What up, guys? This is Raymond Ironby McKinney. Today, I want to talk about the reproduction of your memories in the form of objective reality itself. That objective reality. When I say objective reality, I'm talking about the experiences such as people, places, events, objects, your bodily functions. They're all reproductions or manifestations of your thoughts, of the subconscious memory filled within you. That you contain all memories of everything. That you're constantly producing these memories moment by moment. That objective reality is just a projection. It's just project or manifestation of your thoughts, your subconscious memories, and your thoughts constantly invested in access this memory field of information. Contain all contents of time. You're never moving forward or backwards in life. You're constantly you're in this moment here and now. What appears as linear time moving forward, it's just a reproduction of your memories. That the future is a reproduction of your past memories. That you're just constantly, it's a perpetual cycle, pretty much. Like how the sun rises and the sun rises and sets, and the moon rises and then sets. The waves coming in and out of the tide of the ocean. The tide is coming in and out from the ocean. Everything is in coincident order. And it's the way you view it. That's how it appears relative to you. You're not controlling the laws of physics or the laws of the universe. You're simply becoming forever increasingly aware of what already exists. You are forever becoming increasingly aware of what already exists. That life is forever expanding itself through you, relative to you. Life is constantly expanding, guys. The atomic structure of the universe is constantly expanding due to this force. And this force is your mechanical speech patterns, your thought patterns. Atoms don't have the mind of their own. Atoms cannot choose for themselves. Atoms have no free will to physically act on their own. Atoms obediently respond to this force, your thought patterns, the speech patterns. When you speak, a subtle speech, like Neville says, memory, or my ability to mentally see what is objectively present, proves that my mind is a mirror, so sensitive a mirror that can reflect even a subtle thought. That your memory is by accident, that what objectively exists now is subconscious memory, mirrored, is mirroring your subconscious memory, moment by moment. Your oriented thought patterns constantly reproduce your memories in the form of objective experiences. How people show up in your life, because nothing happens to you guys. People don't show up to you. Money doesn't show up to you. Events don't show up to you. They are all expressed through you, and your mind renders them into place. So if it appears as if someone's walking toward you, the memory within you is constantly projecting itself. You're just getting frames per each frame, precise frame each moment. It's almost kind of like they're moving, like they're just kind of like projecting outward, and yet given the appearance that's moving toward you. Each frame, your frame of mind. Every frame is perfect, guys. The worlds are framed by the Word of God. When I say the worlds, parallel universes that never physically touch, yet still orbit, yet the electrons that make up the atom orbit around the nucleus of that same atom. The worlds were framed, each frame, framed by your mind, your oriented mind, by the Word, your inner speech patterns, your inner thought patterns, your mechanical speech or thought patterns of God. And God is simply the one who's observing those thought patterns being manifested or objectified as objective experiences. Thus, simply put, guys, your habitual thoughts live by, constantly produce your objective experiences. And your objective experiences verify your thought patterns, your speech patterns. It's a mirror effect. It's the law of reversibility, as Neville calls it, or the law of reversibility, where be like mechanical motion, mechanical speech. My bad. Mechanical speech produces, or speech produces mechanical motion, and mechanical motion reproduces that. Inversely, mechanical motion reproduces the speech produced by yourself. Your thoughts, guys. Your thoughts are the subtle speech patterns, speech movements within yourself that produce the atomic structure of the universe to constantly expand, rearrange, and conform in your image, your perfect coincident image. And this is simply my simple message to you guys. That you're constantly piercing through the atom. Like, here's another example. When I say constantly piercing through the atom through focus, think of a martial artist. Chopping through, or one who chops through a cinder block. Someone who looks at the cinder block purely objective, as just a pure physical object, thinking they can't do it. They're imposing that on their own mind. That limit on their own mind, therefore they can't chop through it. But the one who chops through it using the mind, by putting their attention on the vision in their mind, seen as if that object has already been chopped in half. And like I said, the atoms have no free will to choose to behave by themselves. They act in accordance to this force, your mechanical thought patterns, speech patterns. And within your mind, when the martial artist sees that image in his mind so clearly, saying, I will chop through this, convincingly in the mind. And then the person in his mind, as if it has already been chopped, the atoms have no choice but to rearrange, to infinitely split, and it's chopped through. Nothing is impossible to the martial artist. You are the martial artist in your own way. You are the conjurer and master magician. That there is no physical intervention, guys. Everything atoms are constantly repelling themselves due to this force. Yet they still orbit around, yet the electrons that make up the atom still orbit around the nucleus of those atoms. Atoms never physically touch, guys. You're constantly piercing through the atom, through your focus. Your thought patterns pierce through realities moment by moment. Produce memories moment by moment. That your memories are constantly reproducing themselves, or constantly producing themselves as objective experiences. Your thoughts, simply put, guys, life is how you view it, directed by your focus, speech, or thought patterns. Thoughts reveal reality. Thoughts live by, invested thoughts live by, reveal reality. No one is stopping you, guys. Nothing is impossible to you. No one is stopping you. No one is limiting you but the own limitations you impose upon yourself. If Ironbody can share and practice his message, you can do it infinitely better, guys. And I promise you that. So, guys, I hope this video helps. I bless you all, and happy manifesting. Oh, the Ironbody do. I am the Ironbody. I've always been a master of manifesting. Life is rigged in my favor. Isn't it wonderful? I've always been a master magician. Bless you all, and happy manifesting.